Hey guys, I'm Erica von Trapp, and welcome to Free Your Food. So as you guys know, I specialize in gluten-free and dairy-free cooking. And also I specialize in things that are good for your health. And that's why I'm really excited to partner with PatchMD today, because they make something that's really cool and innovative. It's a patch you put directly on your skin that gives you the vitamins and minerals that you need from these patches that bypass your gastrointestinal system. So today I'm cooking with the B12 patch, but it's not going in here, it's going here. So we're going to be focusing on a very nutrient-rich recipe today, and this recipe we're doing today is a millet sage risotto. Let's do it. So we're going to be using some millet, some white wine that's organic. If wine isn't your thing, you can always take it out. We're going to be using some onions and garlic because it's risotto. Parsley for garnish, some onion powder. I love this in vegan cooking because it replaces Parmesan cheese flavor. I don't know why, but it does it. And then some fresh oregano, fresh thyme, and sage. That's actually from my garden. Now knife skills. Let's cut up our onion. So I'm going to start by taking off the little head of the onion, keeping the root intact. Keeping my knife away from the blade. So now we've chopped all of our onions. That's a pretty nice sized dice for this. And we're going to mince our garlic. Think of something you hate. Put your knife on the cutting board. So the last little action we're going to do in the cutting board before we move over to the stove is we're just going to chop up our herbs. Okay, next herb. We are going to be using some thyme. This I'm not going to even really chop up. I'm just going to use the leaves. Thyme is also an ingredient that's super healthy for you, for your immune system. Kind of wakes you up, kills bad things as well. Same with oregano. Now we've got all of our good things chopped up and prepped. Let's go cook it. Okay, so I'm gonna start by heating up a large saucepan over medium heat. I'm gonna be cooking with olive oil. I love olive oil because it has a good ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. You wanna have more omega-3 than 6 fatty acids. It's better for your cholesterol, your brain health, everything. So I'm gonna heat up a couple of tablespoons. I tend to eyeball when I'm cooking, but that's also because I cook a lot, so I know what that means. If you want to measure it out, do about 2.5 tablespoons. So the way that you know if your olive oil is ready, you can either do it like old school or proper. Old school is you spit in the pan, and if it starts sizzling, it's ready. If you don't want to offend the people you're cooking for, take a little bit of water, put it in, and if it starts sizzling, it's ready. Now I'm going to start with my onions because these will take the longest to cook. I'm gonna really let them infuse their flavor into this olive oil so we have more heartiness in our risotto. So I'm gonna add my garlic last with my aromatics because garlic when it's burnt tastes horrible and you only really need to cook it for about 30 seconds for it to add all the flavor. Then you can add something else to cool down the pan so you avoid overcooking your garlic. Yum! Give it a nice little stir. That smells so good. Seriously, only cook it 30 seconds. Then immediately we're gonna start getting our millet a little bit brown by adding this in. It's cooling down the pan's temperature, so we're not gonna overcook our garlic. And we're ready, because I smell the garlic. For about 45 seconds. This is where you really need to be sensitive with your food. You need to listen to it and see when it's getting a little bit of color. So now we're gonna start the long and arduous process of adding liquid and stirring. Deglazing is when you take the sugars on the bottom of the pan that are nice and caramelized right now, and you're gonna bring them up by adding a cold water, so that causes a thermic shock for all of it to come up and go into your sauce. Ready? That's deglaze. So a little quick overview. I've heated up all my aromatics with olive oil, added my millet, toasted it, then I've deglazed with white wine, reduced that down, and now I'm gonna keep adding my liquid in small quantities until it's completely soaked up by the millet, stirring continuously so that way the starch is released. So in total, this process, it's gonna take about 40 minutes. And then since you're slowly adding water, it is gonna take another 30 minutes of you just stirring. So now you'll see the millet's gotten pretty poofed up. It's starting to look more creamy and risotto-like. And now I'm going to add our seasoning. Here we go. Oh, this just added such a richness of aroma right now. It's going to be good. And of course, I'm gonna taste test it in my mouth to make sure it's al dente before saying that I'm done cooking. All right, looking beauteous. Taste one more time for salt. Oh my god, that's so good. It's done. We're ready to eat. Let's go. Basic two principles are that you can either build from the center up or make a nice little line, like a little garden. I'm gonna choose the center up because I have one element that I really wanna focus on. Ring molds are your best friends when you're doing that. So put it in the center of your plate. And now scoop out your beautiful risotto. Cool. Now I'm gonna pack it down and gently remove the ring mold. Now I gotta put on whatever I want on top of it. So I can either grate some cheese, just put a little bit of olive oil in a squeeze bottle and just run it along the edge. Then herbs make everything look great, so I'm gonna add a little bit of color with this green chopped parsley that we mentioned earlier, and just some good old paprika. Paprika's great because it adds a little bit of warmth and spiciness without making it a spicy dish. Bon appetit. Mmm.